Saucy, yeah, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. Don't got a tag on running my body. Can't see the pads, I'm living too fast. With 20 my dash, I'm up, but I lost him. He wanna brag, I undid his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. Then he broke, he turned to a hoe. It seems before the shit exhausting. Ran out of hope, I wanna be known. The stage of my soul, you ran him awesome. Already been broke, I'm better alone. Don't need me a hoe, I haven't been tossing. I let he won't, now that I know you gon' get exposed. Proceed with caution. Ran up a check. السلام عليكم.
ازيكم يا شباب، عاملين ايه؟ النهارده معانا فيديو جديد. واسف ان انا الفتره اللي فاتت دي طولت شويه في الفيديوهات، ان انا ما بنزلش حاجه وبتاع. اي نعم مفيش حد متابعني كتير قوي، بس يعني ادينا لازم نكون ملتزمين وبتاع. النهارده هنلعب هيتمان 3، هنلعب شابتر 2 ويلا بينا. مطلوب مننا ان احنا نقتل واحده اسمها اليكسا و فايند ذا كاس فايل، مش عارف ايه البتاع ده، بس يلا.
ده انجليزي دي يا مرسي.
Alexa Carlisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law,
عيلة زبالة
all
كده
gathered
يعني.
to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming and her guard detail.
المفروض التارجت بتاعنا يا جماعه ان احنا نعمل المهمه باقل خسائر، يعني ما ينفعش ان احنا يبان ان احنا هيتمان. ما ينفعش، الهيتمان لازم يعمل المهمه من غير ولا غلطه. الراجل اهو زي ما هو، زي ما قلنا المره اللي فاتت. هندخل القصر الاول متخفيين يعني وكده اهو. ده اصلا يعني خطر. ماشي، وهنقوم عاملين كده وتدخلوا هنا. ماشي، وسط ما في واحدة هنا وواحد هنا، انت المفروض تستخبى هنا وتستنى هنا. هو هيجي هيقرب، هنعمل معاه الجلاشة وناخد لبسه وندخل من غير سلاحنا ومن غير حاجة. بس هوريكم طريقة ازاي تاخدوا السلاح تاني. ابقوا معنا.
A few moments later.
يا لهوي، انت ايه اللي جابك؟ انت مالك؟ هنقوم عاملين كده واخدين كوين. الاتنين هيشوفوه. طيب دي المرة التالتة هنعيد إعادة من تاني. أكشن.
Thornbridge Manor.
بس وليه دي ديانا اللي أنا بحبها موت موت. هنروح بسرعة. أنا بقول نقتلهم ونخلص. أول ما يقرب هنرميله الكوين.
The famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlisle this morning.
هو بس اللي شافه.
Maybe
ونقوم عاملين ايه؟
you
واخدين
should do
دي
some detecting yourself, 47.
او ناخده بسرعة بسرعة بسرعة.
كورونا حلوة لذيذة. كورونا وبس.
Hey, what are you doing? Where are your pants? Come on, come in. You copy? Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm here now. No, nothing. It's quiet here. Over. Roger that. Moving to that location. Out.
تمام، ندخل عادي. هنعمل ايه؟ هنيجي هنا كده ماشي، ونقوم دايسين اي ونشوف السلاح زد، ونشوف السلاح التاني زد برضو. نشوف معنا اسلحة تاني؟ لا. طيب نرجع تاني. بس هيفتشنا وكده.
Okay, step back. I'll go and check. Good.
You are clean and good to go.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime.
A few moments later.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler.
تاني.
Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping?
The next day.
جاي وراك يا معلم، يلا.
How are you today, sir?
انجز 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 انجز. I feel obliged to point out the current affairs. مينفعش يحصل جليتش اطلع الاقيه قدامي. Looking good. مسخير. لا ما تخصمنيش كده فيه. ولا. Stay away from me. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother is in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madam Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madam Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. And will not accept that he took his own life.
ده لسه بيتكلم وانا كنت جوه اصلا.
So please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
ماشي.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body for...
نجيب الكاميرا.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death.
بصوا يعني العبوا في أي حاجة، أي حاجة
You do know
تيجي.
your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note.
بحب أجمع كل حاجة،
A
معرفش
sample
ليه.
of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish
خدوا
its
الكتاب ده، إيه ده؟
authenticity.
اوعى، باب سري. باب
It's a secret
سري.
passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
طيب مفيش حاجة تاني. طيب كده خلاص. اوكي، شوف عم منعم اللي كان عايزنا تحت ده.
انت هتسلم فين؟ هتسلم هنا. فيلا طويلة عريضة والإضاءة فيها حقيرة. يا عم ابراهيم.
Mr. Fernsby, the crime scene. Did you establish the time of death? Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night. Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madam Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madam's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madam Carlyle. Mr. Fernsby, Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madam Carlyle? No, not yet. Come and see me when you do.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the
المفروض أنا محقق كونان
or
دلوقتي.
perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks.
ده الواد الغني بقى اللي هو ايه؟ ثواني نعمل سيف. هنا كونفيرم. اوكي.
Elaine, give us some privacy, would you?
اوعى ماشي
Don't
اختفت.
tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum.
بصوا هو بيرغي كده نقلب الفيلا. انا بحب اقلب الحاجات دي والله. عشان ايه؟ تحس ان في حاجه وراهم يعني. ممكن اخد جايزه او حاجه.
Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
نخلي الكاميرا معانا. شوف في اي حاجه هنا تتصور. طيب مين تاني؟ الحمام عندهم انضف من بيتنا. استنى كده.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler? Oh, of course. Hey, you! Get your hands in the air! Show me your hands! Don't make me... We've got a fist fight! Come on! Acknowledge.
يا ولاد الجزمة بوظوا لي الدنيا.
Where is he?
Beautiful.
بصوا كل دي حاجات مهمة. عمال الم في كل حاجة ليه بقى يا جدعان؟ عشان خاطر الحاجات دي ممكن يبقى في حاجة منهم هتفيدني في المهمة وانا معرفش.
Tell me. She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell her, and you know what she said?
سم فرين.
I can promise you that.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I spent the evening with Patrick.
قولي يا
After
اختي.
dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like
قوي.
shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No.
No, we saw no one outside, except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out, and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it. Do right, she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Much later.
Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad. Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you. And now a wee one on the way. That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
مفيش اي حاجه من دول. شفتوا بقى انا عمال اقول لكم ايه؟ خدوا اي حاجه قدامكم عشان خاطر الموضوع ده. نحقق مع الاستاذ.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening? Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry? Tell me about Zachary. Zach!
اقعد ارغي معاه، اقعد ارغي كتير بقى، نقعد نرغي ونسير وبتاع ونظبط وكده. ولا دماغ.
The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough. Anything else you'd like to tell me? Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
في حاجه انا تتصور؟ صورة المعلم. استني بس هتكلم معاكي دلوقتي، بس ايه شوفي هنا تاني هيتصور حاجة هنا تتصور. ممكن برا؟ طب نحقق معاه الأول ولا
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening? Surely I'm not a suspect. I need to account for everyone. Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went out when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know? How did you feel about Zachary? I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended.
24 hours later.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening? We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room, and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask? Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night? You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? Anything else you feel like mentioning? I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
تمام. هو في حاجة جوه تتصور بس أنا مش شايف إيه هي. نجيب الكاميرا ونشوف تاني. طب فين طيب يعني أنا عايز أفهم فين. طيب نسيبنا من الحاجة اللي هتتصور هنا ونشوف حاجة تانية. حبيبي تسلم. شوف كده الخريطة. ماشي F1 ونشوف الميشن. احنا كده خلصنا ده.
Mr. Fernsby? Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlisle? No, not yet. Come and see me when you do.
طالما بيقولوا not yet دي يعني لسه نحاول على قد ما نقدر. اي حاجه بص تلاقيها في اي حته تاخدها، اي حاجه مهما كنت شايف ان هي الحاجه دي تافهه ومش هتنفع حاجه صدقني هتنفعك، يعني انت مش عارف قيمتها. بص احنا نقعد نلف كده في المكان ونشوف ايه. عمال الم فيوزات.
What is it now? She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlisle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said.
Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise.
مش عارف ايه اللي يخليني اخد سمكة بس قشطة يعني خدوها برضه اي حاجة.
But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlisle must... Why else ask him to
أخيرا لقينا حاجة مفيدة.
We can...
Who are you? Hey, you! What's his problem? Seriously, anybody know this guy? You! Hey, sir! Last warning!
مفيش حد هنا غير التلاتة دول.
It's over your head.
صباح الخير. يا بنت الجزمة. كانت هتفضحنا.
تعالي 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 هيشوفونا يا بنت الدزم. الحمد لله في باسكت هنا يساعد الحبايب ألف. يا عصام ليه يا عصام؟ انا كنت سايبك في حالك، لقيت مفتاح على الارض خدته، ايه مشكلتك يا؟ يلا انت كمان، صندوق زباله يستاهل بقكم. يلا انت كمان. اهم حاجه الاحترافيه يا جدعان، شايف يعني قتلتهم كلهم وايه تخفي بقى الدلائل، فاهم؟ العلبه اتملت، الله يخرب بيتك. احيه. طب بقول لك ايه بقى، السلامه انت هنا، اظن محدش هيشوفك انت هنا يعني. مفيش هنا صندوق زباله تاني؟ ده اتملى.
هنروح نشوف ايه هنا تاني. دي جرايد ملهاش قلنا ايه، قشطة خدها برضه. زي ما قلنا يا جماعة كل حاجة خدها، اي حاجة وكل حاجة خدها. الراجل اللي انا اتكلمت معاه
لسه هتكلم معاه.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night? Oh yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stayed at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came on for nightcap. He'll never admit it. I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all? Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night? Certainly. My mother was surely of strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Like hugs and encouragement. Spontaneous caress. I didn't remember when I was lost. I climbed a tree and could not make my way down. I was scared and called out for help.
نشوف بقى الكاميرا تاني. بس عدد الحاجات اللي بناخدها دي والله بتفيد. ثانية واحدة كده، ده في شباك فوق يعني، في دور فوق، استنوا يبقى في تصوير، التصوير ده يبقى فوق برضه. واحد ايه بس، انا عاوز مش دي الأوضة اللي هما كانوا فيها؟ ماشي، يبقى التصوير
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
ايوه انا قلت في تصوير لحاجة هنا.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
يعني المهمة توهان فشخ يا جدعان، والله بدون مبالغة. يعني انت عمال يعني تعمل ده وده وده وده، في الآخر لسه ندور على دلائل. حبيبي يا تسلم. طيب ننزل ننزل تحت تاني ونشوف الدنيا تحت. ما متهيألي لسه في نقطة هنا، الباب اللي أنا كنت عايز أفتحه ده متهيألي هو ده اللي هيحلل الدنيا. قفلنا الباب ورانا، نفتح. طيب ما نفتح حاجة منهم، يبقى نفتح بده على طول. سيب البتاع دي. الكاميرا ونشوف برضه.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlisle he did. Maybe you should tell him you're ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47? I should get back to it. All right. Hey, Rebecca, do you see this about old Watley?
تعاملنا برضه.
Please stay back. Wasting your privilege. You just sit around doing nothing. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
موضوع في غاية
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you
Focus on your work. Hello. I don't need one more major crime. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick. Don't worry about me. Mr. Penn, am I doing this for you? Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madam
I'm ready.
Very well.
I'm ready.
You'll follow me, sir.
يلا بينا يا عم. I'm follow you بس اتحرك كده. يا عم اتحرك. ناخدها بالمشية البطيئة بقى بصوا بدل دي. اوعى. يا عم اتحرك. يخرب بيت ده جليتش.
اوعى.
عادي 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 قشطة.
This is Madam Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
ايه ده، انا كنت هدخل الأوضة غلط واخسر كل ده؟ لا احنا نسيف بقى. confirm يا عم بس. يا لهوي.
ايه ده؟
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
انفرادات ماشي.
Please, go ahead.
شوفي القرعة منورة ازاي.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary. Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met. I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary published a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery. That's outrageous. We did no such thing. No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder. Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount? I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards. Arthur Edwards? The Constant? That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
عارفة ان انا هقتلها ولا ايه؟ هي لسه طالعة ايه؟ اوعى خزنة.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunt. I need some privacy. Thank you. How are you? Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured.
وجت اللحظة. هي واقفة ايه؟ ماشي؟ والأمن سايبنا وبص مديني ظهره كله وهي واقفة لي. وعلى ارتفاع ايه؟ حبة حلوين. في حل من الاتنين. يرمي أمك. استنى كده. في صندوق اهو. لا.
Mission complete.
طيب هو احنا قاعدة من تاني.
On Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madam Carlyle.
اوعى. نعدي بقى كده بالراحة.
Well done, 47. Hit the deck. You brought this. Hands behind your head, big boy. That's right. Nice and easy. Don't try to be a target engaged in this fight. Don't let him take control of the situation.
عادة من تاني.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
يلا بينا بقى. مش عارف الصوت باظ كده ليه منهم، بس احي ده يشوفني ده.
Listen, we don't shoot warning shots. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, there. All right. There's a hard-ass criminal out there. We need to apprehend him. Gotta dig this place. Ancestral graveyard, trophy room, and the office safe is Hitman portrait with a secret mechanism for uncovering. It's got real soul. Yep, yeah, it's impressive.
طيب اوكي، يعني احنا كده في الامان، محدش فيهم هيكلمنا، فاحنا خلاص ننزل بقى. لا 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 لا، بلا لوكن جود مان بلا بتاع. حبيبي ميرسي كتير، عايز اشوفك في العيد بقى. سلام. يلا 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 قبل ما يكتشفوا الجريمة. هو يسلم كمان. قصر طويل عريض كله سلالم. يلا عايز حاجة يا حب؟ سلام.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this text. What did she say? Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but thanked me. Then I was in. We had everything to talk about.
طب اخد لبسي؟ اخد لبسي. بس يا لهوي عليا، عليا الطلاق، انا برنس. بس يا سيدي وتقوم داخل كده. ايه ده؟
الصوت ده done. لا جامد. enter to next.
هنشوف البرومو وقابلكم في الحلقة الثالثة من لعبة هيتمان 3. اشترك في القناة، سوي ايه ده؟ تاني اشترك في القناة وفعل الجرس، وما تنساش تعمل لي لايك على فيسبوك وفولو على الانستجرام عشان هننزل حاجات كتير هناك.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
أحي.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me! Walk away! Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable. You're delusional.
أما قصة عبرة صحيحة.
Trust me, you owe him nothing. What is this? I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call. Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
ده هو هيتمان اللي هو 47 كان موجود في وسطهم، فهو النسخة التانية منه اللي هو صاحبه من هم أطفال ده انتحر عشان خاطر ما يعملش أي حاجة غلط. تمام، دي الميشن الجاية، انتظروني في الحلقة الثالثة. سلام.
Saucing, yeah, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. Don't got a tags on running my body. Can't see the pads, I'm living too fast. With 20 my dash, I'm up, but I lost him. He wanna brag, I undid his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. Then he broke, he turned to a hoe. I seen him before, the shit exhausted. Ran out of hope, I wanna be known. I snatched my soul, you ran him awesome.